Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Tricia Barlow from RealEZtech, hosting another video where I hope to break down complicated ideas and simplify everything. Today, I am looking at Compass One. It's a great new dashboard from Compass. There's been a lot of talk about it, and there's been a lot of confusion about it. So hence why I want to just take 10 minutes to go through it very quickly, very briefly, and just show you what it can do. So the main thing I've been asked is, how do I get on to the Compass One platform? You don't. It's the same as your current platform. It's just a dashboard for your clients through your business tracker. So what they have done is taken Business Tracker, which is your go-to tool for staying on top of transactions, and added a client-facing portal into it. This gives you great strength and makes your client experience even better. So let's have a look at this now. I'm going to share my screen. And here we are in Business Tracker. Now, traditionally, you would create a folder, you would add a checklist, you would do all those things, add the money, how much they're spending, create collections, everything. Fantastic. Love Business Tracker. It's a great way of staying on top of everything. But now it's got a superpower. It has a client dashboard. And the first thing I'm going to touch on is these timelines. Before we even look at a folder, I'm going to talk about timelines. Now, timelines have replaced what were traditionally your checklist. What happens with these default ones, as soon as you create a folder, it will be added to your folder depending on the status of the folder. So as you move through the folder, these actions are added onto it. Now, just to show you how easy it is, I'm going to delete one of these tasks and show you how to add it. First of all, you decide what they see, what they don't see. So things you're doing in the background, you don't put on the client dashboard. Things you want them to know about, you put on the dashboard. Second thing to note, you can either have a task, which is blue, or an event, which is green. Very simple to set them up. And you can also, and the beauty of this is, you can assign actions to your clients. So for example, if I go in and I edit this one, you'll see that I've assigned this to the clients to approve the photos and the description copy for the listing. That's their job. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to send them an email. I don't have to send them a task. They're going to go into the dashboard and see, I have to do this. Fantastic. Love that. That alone is amazing. So let's go down here, and I'm going to add an open house event. So if you want to add a task, the blue click stays blue. If you want to add an event, you click it and it turns green and you add an event. So this time I'm going to add an open house event 4 days after the property has listed. I'm going to go in, I'm going to edit the details, the anchor dates. This means when are these going to happen? So you have 4 anchor dates to choose from: the list date, the offer, the close date, or the stage date. Stage being what stage of the business tracker folder it is in. Are you nurturing? Are you prospecting? Are you listing? Are you in contract? That's the stage date. So as you move your folder along, the actions are applied. This one, I'm going to choose list date, and I'm going to choose after, and I'm going to do it 4 days after. I'm going to have our first open house. Yay. Okay, I'm going to save that event, and I want the client to see that. So I'm going to make that visible on the client dashboard. Very simple, because I want them to be aware, because I want them to know they need to get out. We're having an open house. Okay, now you can add that to the business tracker here, but I'm going to do it from scratch so you can see how it works. So I'm going back to my business tracker, and I'm going to create a seller folder. So very simply, I'm creating a seller folder, and I'm going to leave it in the nurturing stage. And let's just put any old address in. I'm going to add my personal address in here, and I'm going to call this test. Do not use, because I don't want anyone on the back end starting to use this. I want to be very clear. Do not use this. Ignore anything I do in here. This is just for this recording. So I've just recreated it now. And straight away, you'll see the status is nurturing. I've no tasks here. I go into the client dashboard. There's nothing to see here. Okay, you're all caught up. Up next, nothing. But watch what happens as I move the folder through the stages. Now you can do that by dragging and dropping. It's now preparing to list. Let's have a look. Or you can do it here. Now look at all these things I see. These are all my tasks. Let's look at the client dashboard. They are seeing what I have asked them to see. You can see the items that are assigned to them and the items I'm going to do. Down here are my teams. I'll show you how to add them. And that's what they're seeing. Now, I just want to show you very quickly. I'm going to change this now. We are now listed. Let's just imagine we've done all those things and we're now listing. And now these items have automatically been added on. And now I'm going to the client dashboard and the view is different again for them. Now, two things here. To invite your clients to a dashboard on a seller, you have to add them in here. I'm just going to put her in here and I'm going to send the invitation. Boom. You can see they've been invited. You go back in if you ever wonder if they've accepted. If they say invited, they haven't accepted. Once they've accepted, you'll see the option down here. They'll just be listed. So right now, they can see all the tasks. But what else is great about this? Well, if we go down here, if I add a CMA, I can share that with them. And normally you would add a CMA. Let's see if I have a CMA. I'm just going to choose an existing one. Or maybe I don't have one. Okay, no worries. But if you add it, you can just make it visible. And the same with collections, make those visible here. But the real powerhouse, and I love this, is in the files. So instead of having to worry about your client getting access to the files, if escrow sent them asking you to download the information or anything else, you can add your files here. Now, you would always add your files here anyway for compliance, but now here's something great. Not only are you putting them in here for compliance, but you're going to show it and let your clients see it. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. Click the client dashboard. What can they see now? They can see their tasks, but they can also see their documents. Now, if I had more documents there, they'd be able to view all and also download all, which is key to them. So here we go. I'm going to click in. They can see their documents here. They can download it. They can download all of them. They don't have to have a folder on their desktop. Everything is there in one place for them. It's beautiful. I love this. It's great. It's elevating your client experience somewhere that has never happened. No other platform does this. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to very quickly go back and do the same for a buyer. I don't have a timeline created for a buyer, so let's just see what that's going to look like. So I'm going to create a folder for a buyer. And I'm going to do nurturing, and the buyer is again me. Oh, hang on, there's Tricia Test. I think I'll add both because I think Tricia Test might actually have a collection. And if not, I'm going to create one very quickly. So again, I haven't added any tasks. You can add tasks here for myself, create collection, very simply as I go along. The same way in the timeline, you click it like this to make an event. You click it like there. You can go back in. I wouldn't share that with my client, obviously, but if it was something I wanted to, you can go back in. You still have the same option of anchor dates. You choose them and you add the description. I'm going to just save that task there and you can make it visible to your client or not. Now I'm going down here. Let's see if I have a collection already. There we go. I have one already. I'm going to add it. Now, here's the thing. When you create a collection, a client, and you've invited your client to it, they'll automatically have it available to them on the client dashboard. So that's why it's appearing client dashboard here. If I go up here and look at my client access, I'm going to invite both of them to it. Send an invitation there. And I'm going to invite this person here, send the invitation, off it goes. And now let's have a look and see what their dashboard now looks like. Okay, here's the matches. Here is my comments. They can see all comments I make, they make, they're all up here, easy for them. Anything that they favorited is down here. Again, my team will appear here, and any recently viewed homes or collections are there. It's that simple. Compass One is beautiful, but most importantly, it's simple and it doesn't need to be complicated. Decide what you want to share with your client, share it. Set up your timelines, keep them simple because they're going to be automatically added on. You can add to them once you're there and just use it. Elevate your client experience. It is a beautiful dashboard. It's easy to use. Enjoy it and let me know how you get on. Take care. Bye-bye.